All right, we are live. We are live. Thanks to those joining me live, to those that'll be joining me on archive. If you're listening on archive, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Who do you think won this fight, in your opinion? Although caution with that. All right, and make sure you thumbs up the video. All right, put that thumbs up if you're listening on archive. Do it now. Go ahead. Take some moment. Do it. There you go. Now, and again, hit that notification button. That way you're notified every time D-Style comes on live, especially after fights like this, that we get that notification. Hit that bell. All right, hit the bell. Hell's bells. All right, let me pull up the chat really quick. Let me pull up the chat. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good because I can feel it. It's gonna be good. All right. First of all, it's good to be king. It really is. Every channel always says, "Oh, listen to me," and yeah, people have their little runs and they do good for a while. I've been doing this, bruh, for 10 years. You want to be right most of the time. I got the batting average, baby. Okay, and that's it. And the new, and I love it because I was right. Right? And that should have been unanimous. That should have been unanimous. Joe Lopez 49, I said decision. I would say leaning decision. Go back and listen to it. Right? And in my post, I already did a post fight. Right? I already gave you my post fight. I did it before the fight. And I said decision. All right? Who else you know that puts a post fight before the fight happens? Right? Who else you know that does that? It's going to be a new thing, by the way. All right? And let me tell you something. I wasn't hungry, so I wasn't going to eat any crow tonight. All right? I wasn't hungry for a crow, so I didn't eat tonight. I want more people to come on. Thumbs up the video. Give me my props. All right? Let me tell you something. Gennady Golovkin, right, is a good fighter. I like the guy. He came to fight. By the way, great fight. All right? We need to mention that. That was a good fight. I don't give a damn how you feel about any of these two guys. That was a good fight. Okay? Great fight. I enjoyed it. Warriors. This is why I love boxing. All right? It was a great boxing fight. By the way, Canelo came forward the whole fucking fight. So all of you that had Gennady Golovkin win the last one just because he was coming forward, I don't want to hear you crying. All right? I don't want to hear the fucking crying. I don't want to hear, I'm not talking specifically to those people. I'm not saying Canelo won because he just came forward. I'm just saying he won because I scored it and I had him winning. That's why he won, right? It was a good fight. I give Gennady Golovkin 5 rounds. I ain't even gonna lie. All right, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I had him winning 5 rounds. All right, and if you want to stretch it, I guess you can have Gennady Golovkin winning if you really want to do it. Okay, I guess you can have it a draw if you really want to. Okay, but in my opinion, as I watched the fight, I just felt like the right man won. I felt like the right man won the fight. By the way, this ain't a post fight. This is an aftermath, right? Because I already did my post fight. The post fight's already up. I had that shit before the card started. Let me talk about a couple things really quick. God damn. They got to do something about these undercards. I mean, holy shit. Let's just put in these fighters with a bunch of cab drivers. Oh, Lemieux's going to fight O'Sullivan. Look at his beard. I mean his mustache. He's got a little twirl on his mustache. Yeah, thanks a lot, HBO. Thanks a lot for these mismatches, HBO. I really enjoyed them, Golden Boy. Oh, these mismatches were awesome to watch, Golden Boy. We really wanted to watch fucking Jim Lamley talk, okay, for fucking 2 hours and shit. Like, I really enjoyed the hell out of that, HBO. Thank you. All right? They couldn't give us a highlight reel or something. Oh, I'm sorry. HBO doesn't have a highlight reel because their boxing sucks this year. All right? I mean, give us some, HBO. Okay, put on Gotti Ward or something before the fight starts. Or, you got a whole library there, man. I don't want to hear Jim Lamley talk or fucking an hour and a half before the fucking fight. It's not something I want to do. All right? So that's number. Can we all agree with that? Is that something we could all agree on? All right? What a tear. That's the worst undercard I've seen since the Pacquiao De La Hoya fight. All right? Horrible. I mean, the Chocolatito's back, they said. Did he see his opponent? What do you mean he's back? Like, what? And then Lemieux beats his bum, and then all of a sudden they're talking about, oh, you want to fight the winner, Gennady Golovkin and Canelo? Like, well, who would you rather fight? Like, what Lemieux? Get this fucker out of my way. Like, is HBO for real? Like, you're not even going to mention Charlo? Like, you're not again, and then what's with HBO being on a budget? Am I the only one that noticed that there was no national anthems this time? Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I just noticed it. It's like we don't got enough money to pay any singers to sing the national anthem. All right, so that's that. All right, and the other thing was, what was the other thing? Yeah, Michael, like they can't afford Michael Buffer. They're on a budget, bro. Okay, HBO on a budget. They couldn't afford Michael Buffer? Was Michael Buffer like somewhere else? Am I missing something? No, let's get ready to rumble or nothing like that. What? Now, I'm not saying like I care, like as far as it ruined my night. There's just observations, I do like the fact that HBO actually does show the corners talking to their fighter, although their translator sucks. Okay, their translator fucking sucks, bro. Okay, like it's weird. HBO has the worst translators imaginable. They got people believing that Canelo's trainer said shit he didn't even say. Okay, they got people believing Canelo said shit he didn't say. Okay, till this day they have people believing Chavez said things he didn't say. It's insane. All right, the translators suck. All right, you're telling me you can't get. Like I don't think these are professional translators. I think HBO just got dudes that speak Spanish, right? Get some professional translators on this shit, HBO, right? That's why I don't trust HBO. Like, if this is a Japanese fighter talking to them in Japanese, I don't trust what the fuck HBO is translating, all right? I don't trust that shit at all. If there's a Russian fighter and, he's fucking, with his trainer's talking to him in Russian and translating that shit, I don't trust that shit at all. All right. If they're translating that the way they translate Spanish, you can forget that shit. I ain't going to take their word for shit. Okay. So that's number one. All right. Shout out. It was the celebrities were in the house. They had Will Smith. And by the way, can they stop showing that chick Rosie, whatever her name is? Right. Like, oh, we got the celebrities in the house. And she's always the first go-to girl. They always go to her first. They'll be showing her next to like Tommy Hearns and Charles Barkley and Will Smith. All right. I don't know if Jack Nicholson was there this time, but whatever. Okay. They'll be showing her next to those. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Rosie Perez. Like Rosie Perez. Are you kidding me? All right. Come on now. That's what you show like on your undercards or non-pay-per-view fights or, like Rosie Perez hasn't been relevant and I don't know how long, man. I mean, come on. Like, for real. But yeah, they were definitely on a budget. Let's get to the fight. God damn, I don't got my card in front of me. I'll get my scorecard in a little bit, right? But before I do that, let me try and catch up. I can't read all of them, all right? But let me get through my chat. Holy shit, I have a lot of comments, guys. I have a shitload of comments. By the way, I already have my post-fight up. I posted that shit before the fight started. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there are jealous too. Like, I didn't think of that. Right? But you got to think of it, and you got to have the balls to do it. Right? I had no doubt in my mind, bro. I had no doubt in my mind. Until I heard that first judge say, like, draw. I was like, oh, fuck. The fuck's going on here? Let me see here. Some people agreeing. Right, some people saying GG got owned. I wouldn't go that far, but hey. Joe Lopez, 40 ounce. I didn't call a knockout, dude. I said decision, more than likely, but possibly Gennady getting stopped late. And the reason I thought that was because I felt the body shots were going to get to him. Remember I told you guys a long torso, Gennady Golovkin, and he got on the inside. Canelo was going to get the best of him on the body shot department, and he did. Okay, what were the, like everybody's all for years, right? Oh, Gennady Golovkin, he dissects the body. He's a body punching machine. That shit was taken away from him. That shit was neutralized in his fight, right? Why? Because he could get countered upstairs, bro. That's why. Second fight in a row. God damn, it feels good being right. All right, look at this. Cali Enigma in the house. I had a draw for GG. A draw or GGG. You can't have it both ways. You can't pick two ways. But I got you. All right? But I got you. All right? A draw is not bad. And Gennady Golovkin by 1 round. Okay. All right? Prince KO says boxing is disgusting to these who's acting and it was not a robbery. Well, I guess you better get your eyes checked, or you should say, I say boxing knowledge. Oh, you should pick your boxing knowledge. Okay? You guys not see Gennady Golovkin spitting blood in that bucket? Did you not see that? You didn't fucking see that shit. You see all that blood coming out. Let me tell you guys something. Gennady Golovkin, he's going to be pissing blood like for the next 2 weeks, bruh. For the next 2 weeks, he's going to be pissing blood from that body work that got worked on him. Okay? You guys ain't paying attention to those body shots. Letterman wasn't paying attention to those body shots. Letterman never scores body shots. Let me tell you something. Letterman never. He has a history of this. Doesn't give credit for body shots. All right? So I don't give a fuck what, and I'm not saying you guys did, but I don't give a shit what Letterman scored. Right? Because you know he's not counting that shit. He never does. Quest X in the house, everybody. Somebody says Canelo was whooped from round 4 to 12. He was whooped. Whooped, guys. Right? He was whooped. Really? He was whooped? The fuck out of it. He wasn't whooped after round 4. What? What are you guys watching? Diesel says, who does Canelo always get the nod in close fights? I mean, always. Well, look, I can't speak for previous fights, right? I can't speak for that guy. I can't speak for that. He has been in a lot of close fights. He has. Right? But he's also fought real good opposition. Okay? Like you know, so it is what it is. Right? I mean, I can't speak for that. I mean, there's times he clearly got his ass whooped and the judge actually gave him the fight, like in the Mayweather fight. All right? That's what you call a boxing clinic. If you want to watch Canelo get his ass whooped, that's the fight you should watch. Okay, not this fight. This wasn't an ass whooping. Nobody whooped anybody's ass in this fight. This was a very evenly fought fight. And really, it really comes down to 3-4 rounds and how you scored them on who you feel won. In my opinion, Canelo won. Right? Quest X is a great fight. You can't take anything away from either, man. Well, there you go. But I do believe a lot of you guys got to rewatch this fight and pay attention to that body. Where a lot of people did not give Canelo credit for that body. In fact, I remember watching this fight, and I'm telling my dad, hey, every time Canelo lands his body, these comments, I mean, once in a while, Max Kellerman would say it, but very like in passing. Like, well, you know, Canelo's really working that body, trying to he kind of mentioned he's trying to wear Gennady Golovkin down. Every time Gennady Golovkin finally landed a body shot, okay, freaking Lampley, body shot by GGG, body shot by Golovkin. Okay, I mean, holy shit, he just had to let the whole world know, man. I'm just saying. Jorge, you're wrong. It wasn't a robbery, bruh. I'm not going to accept robbery. I'm not going to accept that talk here, bro. Nothing against you, but it's ridiculous to call this a robbery. That's a ridiculous thing to say, right? There's fights that are actually robbery. This was not a robbery, all right? Both guys can't take a punch, all right? More people calling it a robbery. You know, well, look, if it is what I'm not saying it's right, but if most close fights are going to favor Canelo, then hey. But in this fight, I honestly felt he won. People saying corruption with no, there's no proof of corruption. There's none of that. The one judge had it a draw, bro. Like they barely had, Canelo winning. You could easily have Canelo winning in this fight. But you want to say corruption. Like this is why when there is corruption, nobody takes it serious because everybody cries corruption whenever something doesn't go their way. HBO sucking Canelo, bro. Really? Now, while Roy Jones was kind of on the fence, Max Kellerman was giving credit to Canelo, but rightfully so. He was pointing out the fact that Canelo was coming forward. He was backing up Gennady Golovkin. Something a lot of you guys said he doesn't have the balls to do, and he's not going to do, and he can't do it, and he won't last 12 rounds if he does that, and all this nonsense. All right? This time his ass was backing up. Right? Not what Gennady wants to do. He neutralized his body assault. No body assault at all. Right? But I still want to go through some more of this because I'm behind. So I'm going to forward. I apologize for anybody I'm skipping. If you have a rant, I'll read your comments here. I love how Canelo made Triple G fight in the 12th. He kept telling him to stop running. That's right. Like, what the fuck? You accuse me of running? I'm right here in front of you, bitch. And why's your face fucked up? Let me tell you something. For those of you all believing copy boxing, all this bullshit, right? First of all, most of those punches, even per copy box, was a fucking jab, man. All right? For those of you who just look at copy box, look, he landed more. Look. Right? What's this setting? They don't even go back and adjust the copy box. That's the most disappointing part. All right? But for those of you that look at that, Canelo landed most of the power punches, and Canelo also landed by far, more to the body. And no, you can't say, well, it didn't hurt Gennady Golovkin, so we can't count him. It didn't hurt him. But let me ask you something else. Do you guys really believe that Gennady Golovkin hit Canelo with as many power punches as CompuBox says it did? Did you not see Canelo's face? Besides, I believe it was his left eyebrow. Okay, there was a cut there that Gennady never really cut up, right? Because he couldn't land it as consistently there. But do you really believe that he tattooed him as much as he did with that face? And what happened to Letterman's day? I remember Letterman, okay, used to give rounds to Pacquiao over Marquez, right? Because look at their face. Well, what happened this time, Letterman? What happened this time? Because we know Gennady Golovkin got tattooed. Look at his fucking face, bro. Right? I told you guys he was going to stop traffic. I told you guys. Right? Oh, he's gonna stop. Oh yeah, I got Gennady Golovkin by stoppage. Stoppage. Only thing that motherfucker stopped was traffic. Okay, in that ambulance on the way to the hospital. That's the only thing he stopped. His ass didn't stop anything else. All right. Okay, that's the only thing he stopped. Right now, Canelo's in the club, bro. Okay. You ever hear that song by 50 Cent, Club? That's Canelo. Okay, Canelo's in the club, bro. Like, he showed up. Like, I don't give a fuck what they were playing at the club, rap, techno, or whatever. Canelo showed up, man. They changed that shit to mariachi in the club, bro. Like he just showed. Like, Canelo showed up. Like, yo, I'm here. I won. Okay, he's got the belt on, and I can't believe he fucking paid the sanction fee for that stupid, belt by WBC. But we'll talk about that another day. All right, he's a loser in that department. But anyway, he showed up with both belts, and they were bumping like that, man. The club was like, doom, 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 and then Canelo's in the house. I mean, they started doing the fucking mariachi, bro. Okay, he's in the club right now. All right, he's in the fucking club. Gennady Golovkin's getting stitches on both his eyebrows. Okay, those fucking eyes are puffing up. Okay, he's gonna look like the fucking Elephant Man by tomorrow. You're not gonna see Gennady Golovkin. Let me tell you something. I hope he shows up to that post-fight press conference. I fucking hope. Because you're going to see his fucking face. This dude had two black eyes. Okay, his eyes, he was getting fucking swollen, blood coming out. All right, let me tell you something. This dude's in the hospital. One guy went to the club, and the other guy's going to the hospital. You tell me who won. Right? You tell me who won. Let me tell you something. Let's say, like, you heard commotion. Right, like in your house, like you're somewhere and you hear this commotion, like, oh my God, there's a fight, right? And you try to go there, like, oh, you're going through the crowd, like you're going through the crowd, and like, what's going on? And then but they separated them, right? Oh, separate them. One guy's got one little cut, okay, on top of his eyebrow, right? The other guy's got two black eyes, both his eyebrows are cut. He's trying to get puffed up, all right? And he's gasping for air and spitting out blood, by the way. Okay, his buddy's like holding a bucket, spitting out blood. Like, who would you say won that fight? Would you honestly be like, I don't know, like, who landed the most jabs? I don't know. I mean, it depends. I mean, But you guys want to cry robbery. You want to believe those punch stats. You really want to believe that Gennady Golovkin landed like 150 or whatever the fuck they say, right? Clean punches on the face of Canelo. Because we know he didn't go to the body, right? You want to believe that nonsense. Have you not seen the other fights? Like, have you not seen what Gennady Golovkin has done to the faces of individuals that it really is picking apart? Man, right now, Canelo's like in the club, man. He's like fist pumping to mariachi music. Okay, that boom, boom, boom. Like they're like the DJ is doing some like mariachi, remix. Okay, he's like that dude. He's mixing techno with mariachi music right now. Like they're partying the club right now. All right, Jose Cuervo, pull it out. All right, Patron, take that shit out. Shots on for everybody. Okay, Canelo's got this. Right? That's you know what type of alcohol Canelo's messing with tonight? It's Patron. Okay, he's messing with Jose Cuervo. Okay, Los Altos tequila. All right, not that shit with the worm inside. That's mezcal. That's disgusting. Stop drinking that. It's not tequila, by the way. All right. We know the type of alcohol that Gennady Golovkin's messing. Gennady Golovkin is getting alcohol on cotton balls, okay, on his fucking swollen ass face is what he's getting. All right? That's what he's fucking getting. No, but he won. He got robbed. Right? Motherfucker's in the hospital. He's getting alcohol treatment in his face. Okay? While Canelo's taking shots. That's the type of alcohol he's messing with. Right? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, you're going to get it tonight. Right? But let me tell you something. When you give me tears, I come harder. That's what I do. All right? By the way, give me a thumbs up. Give me the shit was good. Give me a thumbs up. All right, let me see who else is here. All right. Max was terrible, says Rilo. Here's Rilo. Oh, come on, Rilo. Who was good then, Rilo? Max Kellerman, Letterman? Mr. I don't know who's winning. I'm just going to give this round to Golovkin. I don't even know, he said. He didn't even know, but he's scoring the fight. Are you kidding me? You couldn't do 110-10 if you didn't know. Quest Boxing says, I won't lie. Canelo will get hurt fighting a more athletic, younger puncher, but props to him for controlling the real estate and tempo. Right? Now, the Questex hasn't said who had winning, right? But he's keeping it real and giving Canelo props on what he did do. All right? You could have, I don't know who Questex had winning. I haven't read it yet. But you guys, you could have it a draw, or you could even say, you know what? I felt Gennady Golovkin won, but Canelo did some good stuff in there. I'm going after the dudes like, oh, it was a robbery, man. There's no way Canelo won the fight. It's a robbery. I'm done with boxing. Hashtag I'm done with boxing. And there's people saying they're never going to watch boxing ever again. The fuck? Then don't fucking watch it. I stopped listening to those people a long time ago. All right? I'm never going to watch it ever again. This was a robbery. Like, the fuck out of here. All right? Black Caesar calls Letterman scorecards trash. You know what's funny? I forget what round it was that, like, Letterman was giving, like, clear Canelo rounds to Gennady Golovkin, right? And then, like, Gennady Golovkin clearly won a round. I'm like, man, that's a Gennady Golovkin round. And then Letterman gave it to Canelo. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy watching? What is he watching? Like, it's like he just gave it to Canelo because he was giving every round to Gennady Golovkin. Hulk Hogan hates HBO, all right? I got to catch up, guys. I apologize. Holy shit. Rilo Checkins dice que yo no sé español, que no sé cómo hablar el español. ¿Quién te dijo a ti que no sabe yo cómo hablar español? Yo hablo el español muy bien. A mí me pagan mucho dinero, más dinero que lo original que hace otras personas, porque yo sé el español. Lo normal, perdón, lo normal. ¿Quieres hablar de mi español? Rilo, ¿dónde están mis cervezas? Ya tienes 5 años diciéndome que me vas a mandar unas cervezas y no las has mandado. Oh, que los alemanes hacen las mejores cervezas, pero no, te las voy a mandar para que sepas tú que son las mejores cervezas ahí. All right? So let me tell you something. No question my Spanish, bro. All right? Let me see something here. Somebody said he was robbed twice. The first fight, well, he was coming forward the whole fight, man. He was coming forward. Canelo ran the whole fight. For those, I'm not saying all of you, but for those that scored it that way the first time, then you should score it that way this time. And if you do that, you should have Canelo winning. Right? You see that this is why you should have a standard on how you score fights. Okay? You should have a standard. Not just go based off how you think your guy should have won, or because then you're going to sound dumb next time. Rosie Perez. Yes, I was talking about her. Maybe this fight was in 94. I agree. Black Caesar. Okay, all right. He's talking to Hulk Hogan. Lila Sanchez. Liana Sanchez. All right. All Triple G did was jab at Canelo. No big shots, maybe a couple, but Canelo was the main person. You guys just don't like Canelo. All right. And I, for the most part, I agree. Although later in the fight, Gennady Golovkin did do better. All right. I can't label every round that way, but for the first half of the fight, you're absolutely right. For the middle part, you're mostly right. But I got you. All right. Yeah, he never went to the body. Body shots matter. All right. And don't come back at me with, well, all shots matter. Well, yeah, that's kind of my point. All right. Well, what's up with the body shots, guys? What's up? You're just gonna ignore the body shots? Did you guys not see Gennady Golovkin spitting blood in the bucket between rounds? Like you didn't see. You're gonna pretend that didn't happen, right? You're gonna pretend his face isn't all fucked up. She's gonna pretend that he won this fight. This is insane. I think when you guys watch this fight, like when Gennady would land, in your mind, oh, that hurt Canelo. When Canelo would land, you would say, well, it didn't really hurt Gennady anyway. And that's how you watch this fight, right? And let's talk about because they're hanging on to the hole. You hurt him. Oh, but he hurt Canelo. He had him staggering. Okay, he had Canelo, okay, doing the cha-cha-cha. All right, calm down. Can you guys calm down? Yes, he hit Canelo with a good shot. And clearly Canelo felt it, of course. But Canelo took it like a champ. He dodged like 8 of the next 10 punches. And then he came back and he started landing punches of his own. Like it wasn't even like a, oh my God, he's in trouble moment. It wasn't even like the way Mosley had Mayweather in the second round, or it was nothing like that. That's like 30 seconds of a 3-minute round. And even if you give that round to Gennady Golovkin, that's 1 out of 12 rounds. Are you guys not score this like round by round? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. All right, I'll be right. There's going to be silence for a little bit because I do have to go get my scorecard, all right? So hold tight. There's going to be no holding music, all right, but I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, apologize for that wait, guys. I also had to take a leak, so it is what it is. Check this out. Here's how I scored the fight. All right. I know you guys have your scorecards or you don't have scorecards. And if you're calling a robbery, you better have a fucking scorecard, by the way. Okay. If you're out here like, oh, this fight was a robbery, like you should have a fucking scorecard. All right. I'm just telling you right now. All right. Round number 1. Look, I thought it was a close round, but I gave it to Gennady Golovkin. I give Gennady Golovkin round one. Okay, although nothing really happened in that fight, but I felt, I thought Gennady Golovkin won it. All right. All right. Round two, I gave that round to Canelo. Okay, Canelo landed a good uppercut in that round, by the way. I know they want to pretend like Canelo didn't land anything. And also, Canelo clearly from round two and jump. I think in round one, he landed a little bit to the body, but in this round, you really saw it. You really saw Canelo really dig to the body in this round, right? Round 3 through 5, although there were close rounds, I did give them to Gennady Golovkin. Okay, I gave Golovkin round 3. I gave Golovkin round 4. I gave Golovkin round 5. However, those were close rounds. Some of those you could give, whether it's one or two of them, you can give them to Canelo if you really want to. Okay, and someone says they gave Canelo round 1. I wouldn't argue with that because it was really a throwaway round from both guys. Okay. Moving on. Round 6 and 7, I gave to Canelo. Right? I felt Canelo clearly won those 2 rounds. Okay? All right. I felt Canelo won those rounds. I felt he turned the tide a little bit. And the successes he had in the earlier rounds, he picked up the pace here a lot. Okay. And you really, by the end of round 7, you really started to see the effect on Triple G's face. By the middle round 6, he was already spitting in that bucket, spitting that blood out. Okay. You really started to see that effect. Round 8. All right. Round 9. Hold on here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. My bad. I was looking at fucking. I knew something was wrong. Like I knew it. I was looking at Joe Habib's card. Okay, but hold on. Okay. Let's start again. All right. Round 6. Actually, rounds 5, 6, 7, and 8, I gave to Canelo. All right. So that's where that kind of that started. Okay. I gave those rounds to Canelo, including, but round 5 was close. All right. If you gave round 5 to Gennady Golovkin, I cannot really argue with you. All right. I just can't. Round 9, 10, 11, I gave to Triple G. Round 12, I gave to Canelo. Okay, and I actually gave Canelo round 1. Right. I knew there was something wrong with the scorecard when I'm looking at it. But that was Joe Habib's card, all right, because he sent me his card. But yeah, so rounds 1, 2, I did give to Canelo actually. Rounds 5, 6, 7, 8 to Canelo. Round 12 to Canelo. I did give Triple G round 3 and 4. I give him rounds 9, 10, 11, right? And I believe round 9 is the round where I felt Triple G really turned it around. That was clearly a Triple G round, and I believe that's the one that Letterman gave to Canelo, which was weird, right? Like, how do you give Canelo round 9, but you don't give him round 8, right? Rounds 5 through 8, I agree, Black Caesars. That's how I had it, right? Joe Habib, I don't know if I have his permission to do this, but let me just go over Joe Habib's card, all right? Joe Habib had Gennady Golovkin winning. I don't know how, right? But the difference is that he had Gennady Golovkin winning round 1, and he had Gennady Golovkin winning round 5. All right, so that made a difference. And he also gave Gennady Golovkin round 8, and that's fair, right? Because to me, round 8, round 5 are 2 really close rounds, right? Really close rounds. And round 1, I see it go either way. Okay. I've seen some people give round 1 to Canelo. I've seen some people give round 1 to Gennady Golovkin. Right. But that's how I saw it, guys. And that's how Joe Habib saw it. Joe Habib had I don't know what fight Joe Habib saw. All right, but that's how he scored it. That's a shout out to him. But it's fair. It's fair because the rounds he gave to Gennady Golovkin, I can see that you can make an argument for that, right? Yeah, Gennady Golovkin, first of all, he didn't want to talk to reporters. And you know what? His pride was hurt. And not only that, man, let me tell you something. He didn't know what the fuck to say. What the fuck is he going to say in the post fight? Last fight, he could talk all tough, saying, well, I was coming forward the whole fight. I came me Mexican style. Me come forward, right? Well, you didn't do that this time, motherfucker. So what the fuck are you going to say this time? Right? Rascalot saying I'm biased. Okay. I already did my post fight, Rascalot. I know you guys saw my post fight. Right? But I'm biased. Let me tell you something, man. Canelo won this fight. Right? I know you guys. The terrible part, I know I saw Quest X talking about Canelo fighting like athletic fighters and look, man, they're gonna do a third fight, man. All right, like they're gonna do a third fight. Gennady Golovkin, Canelo 3. It's gonna happen. It's coming. All right, it's coming. All right, but everybody wants to believe copy box because you know the guy that knocks dudes out in 2-3 rounds and okay. Remember what fucking Gennady Golovkin did to the face of Rosado? Remember that shit? You guys remember Rosado? Remember how his face was all disfigured and shit? But you want me to believe that he was landing like nonstop power punches to the face? Like I'm not gonna believe my eyes. I gotta believe what Combi Box is telling me. All right? Want to believe those old farts clicking on little clickers? You go ahead. All right? All right. If there's a third fight, I don't know, man. And then if there's a third fight and it's close and Golovkin wins, and they're gonna do a fourth fight, like, this could get out of hand because their styles, right? The way they both fight, it's always going to be close. It's always going to be close, no matter how you see it. All right. But wait, where are all the dudes that are telling me that Gennady Golovkin won because he was coming forward the whole fight? Where are all those dudes at? Right? Now they're changing the tune. Now, you know, that doesn't matter all of a sudden. Right? Let's look at the 4 areas. Look, effective aggressiveness. Right? Was he landing body shots? Yes. Was he effective upstairs? Of course. All right? Clean punching. You give Gennady Golovkin the nod and jabs, and that's it. And that's it. Right? You don't think Canelo landed clean, effective punches? I know. Well, Gennady Golovkin's face looked pretty effective to me. Right? I'll let his face be the fucking judge. Right? And the spitting out of that blood by those body shots. Okay, tell me those body blows were clean, effective body blows. Okay. Defense, well, I mean, can you really give Gennady Golovkin the nod in defense? Can you really do that? If he got hit by more body shots, okay, he had no body shot, he had no defense to the body. He was getting hit to the body, and his face was all disfigured from all the power shots. Canelo was landing upstairs. Okay, I saw Canelo slip more punches than Gennady Golovkin. I just got to be honest. He got hit less in this fight. Okay, so defense goes to Canelo. Ring generalship. Who made this fight? Which guy made sure that this fight, the tempo of this fight, and what we're going to do in this fight, I'm going to control that. I'm going to be the general here. That in most rounds, that was Canelo. So the hell with your opinions. Okay, go by the boxing criteria. How you score the fight. Go round by round. If you go round by round, let me tell you something. Even if you have Gennady Golovkin winning, even if, you can't get out of this and say it was a robbery. How can you come out and say it was a robbery? Are you serious? Like, is that really your conclusion that it was a robbery? Like, I'm fucking spitting the truth here. Like, I am. I'm here to set you guys straight, set you to the right path, right? So go to your YouTube channels and go to your Facebook post and go to your tweets and go to your Instagram photos or whatever you got to do and start spreading this out. All right? If it was up to me, let me tell you something. This is now the second fight where Gennady Golovkin did not go to the body, despite the fact that this dude was right there in front of him. And you guys still want to believe it's a decision. It's a decision that he's making. It's not something Canelo's doing. You want to tell me that the punches of Canelo didn't affect him? Well, why didn't he just walk all over Canelo then? He had no effect on him. I think that fucking face of his shows how affected he was. Okay? Let me search. All right? Let me search this shit. Let me search post-fight press conference. I want to see this dude's face, man. Right? Let me see here. Where's Gennady Golovkin at? Where's Triple G at, huh? I want no UFC post-fight press conference right now. All right? I don't, man. I don't think they're out there no more. But, man, as soon as the photos of Gennady Golovkin's face comes out, I swear to fucking God, man, I'm going to be posting that shit everywhere. Okay? Do you understand? Do you guys understand me? And, by the way, shame on HBO for mentioning Lemieux as a possible opponent of the winner of Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo. Shame. Shame on HBO. Shame. Shame. Are you kidding me? If Lemieux Canelo is next, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna lose my shit. Have you guys seen Infinity War? You know what Canelo? Yeah, right. You know when Thanos drops a whole planet on fucking Iron Man? And Iron Man's like, man, you drop another planet on me, I'm gonna lose my shit. You drop another moon at me, I'm going to lose my shit. If Golden Boy does Lemieux versus Canelo, I'm going to lose my shit. Okay? I'm going to lose my shit, bro. All right? Hulk Hogan mentioned Billy Joe. I want to see Billy Joe. I want to see Charlo. Those are the fights I want to see this kid in. Right? I don't want to see fucking Canelo versus Lemieux, bro. That's not what I want to see. At all. At all. I don't want to see that fight. How the hell is Lemieux going to be Triple G's bitch for one fight and then fucking Billy Joe's bitch another fight, but then you're going to put him in the ring with Canelo and put him in the conversation? Like, are you kidding me? Remember when HBO, I don't know, they didn't do it this time. Remember when they used to put like all the title holders and who are the top contenders and the people in the mix and this division? Like they just coincidentally didn't do that this time. All right? Unbelievable. I think that's an insult to Mike Tyson to call him the Canadian Mike Tyson. All right? For the person in the chat. Lemieux is a former world champion. It's the best fight that can be made in boxing. Come on, Grape Drank. Stop it, Grape Drank. All right? Come on now. You're not serious. Come on, Grape Drank. Come on now. That's that. You're joking. If you're joking, man, it's funny as hell. Champ Ross in the house. Cersei Lannister, Black. That's right. Shame. Right? Shame on them. if they make that fight. I don't want to see that fight. I want to see the best fight the best. That's what I want to see. Right? Tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. Right? Finally get a fight we want to see, and there's a winner finally, and then we're like, oh well, we're gonna have a fight Lemieux. Like Lemieux, he's back. You know, he improved. You know, he came back with a third round knockout. Like, look at the dude he fought. Okay, just because he had a mustache like O'Sullivan, he wasn't really the O'Sullivan. All right, everybody catch that he had that mustache like O'Sullivan because his last name's O'Sullivan. Shit was corny, right? You're gonna do that, you better be good. All right? Then how you gonna come out and say like, oh, my nickname's Sweet Pea, and then get knocked out and have no defense? You can't do that, right? Harsh rate of saying we gotta wait for a blood test. Well, I guess we do. That's right, Champ Ross. He stole that mustache from the Iron Sheik. Yes, he did. All right. He forgot to put Lemieux in the camel clutch. Right. He was in the wrong sport. Soda Papinski. All right. O'Sullivan was the guy GGG didn't want to fight. What a joke. Wow. No way. A Beeb in the house. Said Canelo fought a great fight. Said no excuses. Let me tell you something, man. And I mean this, guys. I mean this. You could have Gennady Golovkin winning this fight. All right? What I can't stand is people coming out here calling it a robbery. That's insane. By the way, I know Beeb's in the line. What round was it that? Was it round 9? Like, Letterman was giving Gennady Golovkin he was giving him, I think it was round 9. He had given Golovkin like 4 straight rounds, and then round 9, I believe it was, Gennady Golovkin like clearly won that round. Like it's clearly a round of Golovkin, right? And Letterman gave it to Canelo. Like he get one of the best rounds Golovkin had, like top 3 of his best rounds in that fight. And he gave it to Canelo. I mean, I couldn't believe it, right? And by the way, what a joke, all right? They have the guy as the expert, scorer, right? And he's just giggling and saying he has no idea who won that round, but he's going to give it to Gennady Golovkin because just cause. Like what a joke, all right? Can he at least even if I disagree with somebody, can they at least give me a reason why this guy won and why they gave it to that guy? And then, I mean, how embarrassing is this, man? Crazy. And then Roy Jones had to be indecisive about everything, right? It could have been. You could have given it to Canelo. You could have given it to Triple G. You could have had a draw. You could have had Canelo wide. You could have Canelo wide. You could have Triple G wide. You could have had it close for either guy. You could have okay, Roy. Not every scenario is possible. Okay, relax, Roy Jones. All right, it's like you're the one, man, that everybody's waiting for to give your expert opinion on, and you're indecisive about everything. All right, and then you have Letterman, who always remember when Letterman, and I already said this earlier, but I gotta say it one more time. Letterman would give Manny Pacquiao rounds against Marquez because Marquez was bleeding, right? Because then why did he give rounds to? I don't know. The whole thing's weird, man. The whole thing's fucked up. Dan the Man in the house. I am going to send Dan the Man a link. I got to send him a link. They got to take a little bit of a break. So let me get Dan the Man on here. I'll even let Dan the Man take over for a little bit. Although, I don't know what type of propaganda you'll be spreading. No, I'm just joking. But let me see. Let's get Dan the Man on here. By the way, you guys are watching. Hey, man, It takes time to do this. You know, a lot of YouTubers, you know, we come on here, we take time out of our nights, days, you know, to give you guys some entertainment out here. Take 2 seconds, thumbs up the video. All right, thumbs it up. Especially right now, since we're waiting for Dan the Man to come on. All right. Holy shit. Dan the Man, send me an email, bro. Send me an email. Don't you don't gotta. There's a lot of people on here, so you don't have to put in the chat, but just send me an email, and I'll send you the link. And you can send it to D Style Boxing. So we'll wait on Dan the Man. Give me a link here. I mean, send me an email. Dan the Man. Dan, everybody start a chant. Okay. A draw is very reasonable, actually. It's reasonable. A draw is not out of the question, guys. Come on now. Dan the Man, where you at? I got to get some of you guys' numbers, man. It's a lot easier to text sometimes, right? Where's Dan the Man at? I've been waiting for this dude's email for a while. Beating out with Beeb, doesn't like the HBO team, right? Got to hear Jim Lamley talk for a whole fucking hour, man. It was fucking disgusting, right? Dan the Man, where you at? Where's this dude at? Like he was just on there, like, yo, send me a link. Well, where's he at? Let me see if I could scroll down here, find his email. God damn. I got to get rid of a lot of this junk mail and shit. Grape track, yeah, man. 1 hour. It was like an hour and 30 minutes, bro. Fucking, they're putting these dudes with bums and shit. Fights are ending in one fight was like 5 rounds, another one was 1 round, another fight was 3 rounds. Shit's insane, right? Got at my dad's house. He's like, "Hey, the first fight's over." Like, what? The first fight's over, and HBO like, "Yeah, Chocolatito's back." He's back. What? Kidding me? Okay, I got you, Dan the Man. Give me a moment. Hulk Hogan said he's out. Right. I actually don't know how Dan the Man saw this fight. It's going to be interesting to see what he says. Let's find out. All right, Dan, I sent you the link, bro. See what Dan the Man says here. All right, Dan, I already sent the link. This is a beautiful night. By the way, for those of you that haven't checked out my post fight, it is posted on my channel, right? I basically gave you a rundown of the fight before the fight happened, right? So you guys can check that out, right? Look at it. Yes, Canelo celebrating already. Already got the thumbnail there. There we go, right? All right, let me check some posts here. Let me see who's crying over here. Man, look at Gennady. Somebody just sent me a picture of Gennady Golovkin's face, man. Look at this dude. 2 black eyes, 2 cuts marked up all over his forehead and shit, right? Look at this face of a winner. Look at this. If this is the face of a winner, I don't know what is. All right. What's up, Dan? The man. I have no idea what your take is. I got home. I started my video. I haven't watched anybody's post fights or anything like that. So, talk to me. How do you see this fight?
Well, let me just tell you this, bro. I'm gonna let nobody get this twisted. I picked Golovkin to win this fight, but in a very competitive, close round, split decision, whatever, right? But the one thing I will say is this. I scored the fight for Canelo. He did some things that I didn't think he was going to do. I thought he was going to repeat the same strategy that he did in the first fight, fight off the back foot, make Golovkin miss, hit him with some combinations, get off first and whatnot, and slip through his jab. But the fact is that I didn't expect Triple G to fight off the back foot. Canelo was pushing the action forward and landing more monster shots, landing uppercuts, landing some counter left hooks. He even cut Triple G on the eye at the end of the fight, the right eye. Yep. So, and the thing is, though, I thought that Golovkin lost this fight. Canelo won the fight 8 rounds of 4 on my scorecard. Now,
that's even wider than I had it. So talk to us. Why?
Well, I just think Golovkin also jab in the first 7.5 of the fight, which is cool, but he couldn't follow up with it. The reason why he didn't do it is because he was afraid of getting countered with that left hook. And he had no answers for Canelo's left hook counters. And what I also observe is that he whispered at Golovkin's ear and told him, look, you're losing the fight. You got
Hold on, Dan, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you, but you're starting to sound like you're in the background or something like that.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying is that Abel Sanchez was whispering in his ear, in Golovkin's ear, at the end of the round. I think it was round 6 or round 7, I believe. Yep. He told him, look, man, you're losing the fight. You got to step this up. And what I also find bizarre about this is that many of the Golovkin fans that are diehards who even are complaining that this is a robbery, they even admit this is a close fight. And they are the ones who I'm going to have to call them out for their hypocrisy here, because they're the ones who went out there and who are stating the case, making the argument that Golovkin won the first fight because he was the one on the front foot. He was the one coming forward as the aggressor. So with that said, you're running, so you don't win on the scorecards based off that. But yet when Canelo does it, he still loses. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Hold up. Didn't you guys make the argument that Golovkin got robbed because he was fighting on the front foot in the first fight, but yet he gets robbed because he was fighting off the back foot? Golovkin, so you can't have it both ways. You cannot say a guy's winning the fight just based off the fact that he's coming on the front foot, but yet turn around and say that this guy's winning the fight even though he's fighting off the back foot. You're the same guy, so you cannot have this different double, this different standard here. This is why I don't understand these people. And another thing I have to say too is this: do not listen to Harold Letterman. That man needs to go. Okay, because it seems like he cannot be objective anymore. How in the hell did he score that fight that comfortably for Canelo?
Let me tell you, I don't know if was round 9 one of the rounds you gave Gennady?
No, I gave Gennady round. I think I gave Gennady. Yeah, I gave him round 9. I gave Canelo gave round.
Yeah. My thing was like he was giving Gennady Golovkin almost every round, right?
Yes.
And then I was like, man, Gennady won that round. And then he gave it to Canelo. I'm just like, well, what? What
that was a nice round.
Watching. Yeah, I'm just like, how can you give the best round of Gennady to Canelo? And then they're asking him, who do you have winning? Jim, I don't know, Jim.
Okay, Jim. I have it.
I don't know. He said he didn't know in one of the rounds.
All right, yeah, he needs to just retire. I mean, he can no longer be objective, man. I don't know what's going on
right now. A lot of the casuals calling this a robbery. It's because of that motherfucker. Okay?
Exactly.
He's the reason they're calling this shit a robbery. It's him.
I know. That's what it is. And this is one of the biggest criticisms of Harold Letterman is persuading the audience judgment. This is why I tell people, I didn't play the sound to that fight. I didn't play the HBO commentary. I muted the whole thing. I said, don't let them try to influence my rationale, okay? And I was exactly right. Because when I was looking at the rounds, I said, you know what? That was Canelo round. And then Harold Letterman scoring it for Golovkin. Like, what? Like, what fight are you watching? This is the same shit he pulled with the Sergey Kovalev and the Lidi Alvarez fight. Same shit he pulled. I'm like, before Alvarez knocked Kovalev out. I'm like, well, what? I mean, just he had Kovalev winning, as if he was the one controlling the fight, which is bullshit. But the fact is like, I don't know, man. Harold Letterman, I think he just can no longer be objective, man. He just needs to retire. I think HBO, if they're going to clean house, if they're going to really, really focus on boxing to a certain degree as far as cutting down the micro budget the sport in their way, they need to get a new crew. I mean, Jim Lampley, okay, I can still bear with, but not Harold Letterman. They need to get someone.
Not for an hour and a half. They did it today. All right?
Yeah, they need to get rid of Harold Letterman. I think they need to talk to Harold. Say, you know what, Harold, we're getting too many complaints from our viewers. I think you need to just call it a day. I think they need to push him out. I think they have to get rid of him. It's like you can't.
They just got to take him out back, man. Okay, and it's just boom, done. Okay.
I know.
But, all right, figuratively speaking, all right. All right. But I mean, come on, Danny man. All right, let me tell you something, Danny man.
Yeah.
One guy is drinking alcohol at the club. Okay, the other guy is getting alcohol on cotton balls on his fucking face. Right. Who's who?
That's Golovkin with the cotton balls on his face, more cotton balls.
Right? I mean, so it's a different type of alcohol, but we know what, Right? One guy went to the club, the other guy went to the hospital. Do you know who's who?
That's Golovkin. I mean, this is the second time he went to the hospital, dude. This is like the first fight. The first fight he went to the hospital, and Canelo didn't go to the hospital. Right. This is what I don't understand. He was the one who took more damages in both of the fights compared to Golovkin. To Canelo, and yet people are still screaming robbery. I'm like, I don't understand this. I really don't understand. I don't get it. It's like this is the same shit they argued against Danny Jacobs. They said that look at Danny Jacobs' face compared to Triple G. You tell me Danny Jacobs won? I thought Jacobs won that fight.
I mean, let me be clear, right?
Yeah.
Of course, if I'm objective, I can't say, well, just look at one dude's face. He won. I can't say that, right?
Yeah, I can't say that either.
The only reason I keep rubbing that into their faces is because they keep making this stupid argument that Canelo's punches had no effect on him, right? So I have to point that out, just so for pointed out sakes, And while it doesn't tell you everything, it does matter to a certain degree. Right. All that damage to the face was not from one punch. We could be objective and see that. Exactly. We saw round by round how his face was built, pretty much betraying him.
Right, exactly.
And look, Canelo had that cut, and credit to Gennady Golovkin. He's the one that caused it, right?
Yeah.
But that's all it was.
And Canelo was the one who cut him back in the end of the fight. Cut him on his right eye. So
and then what about people are ignoring the body work?
Oh, yeah, I was going to get into that. Golovkin was hurt by those body shots. He was hurt in that 8th round with those body shots. And he tried. That's when he started to create a little bit of urgency. But the fact is like, this is probably why he didn't throw me that many body shots. I'm
gonna get something to drink real quick. Take over. I'll be back in 3 minutes. All right.
All right, brother. Do so. All right. What's up, Felix? What's up, everybody in the chat? Taking over for D-Style for 3 minutes. Unusual. I usually take over. Well, take over somebody else's hangout. Let me just take a look at the chat comments right here and give you guys' thoughts on this fight. Give me a second here. Right. Canelo, no effect. I'm in the club right now. This is Michael Gonzalez. What's going on, Michael? Rashado says that my voice is gone, screaming, "Go to the body, Triple G, so I can get satisfaction hearing him lose." D Styles definitely drinking it. Yeah, he is, man. AJ10. You great, Drake. What's happening, man? He said, "Do you think Lampley will be crying when Triple G leaves boxing?" Um, you know what, Great Drake? I don't know, man. I do know the HBO is really, really going to be micro budgeting boxing going forward because let's keep in mind this was the last fight on Triple G and Canelo's contract for that network. So there's some indications that they're going to look elsewhere to get a network deal. And it seems to me that HBO pretty much gave both fighters in their both camps a heads up that they're not going to. They don't tend to renew their contracts, or if they're going to renew their contracts, they're going to have to give them a lower licensing deal to take fights. And that's something they don't want. So, particularly Canelo Alvarez, he's a pay-per-view star. He's a cash cow. So, he's definitely going to look elsewhere. And Oscar De La Hoya has made all indications about that. But, yeah. Let's see here. Black Latin Seas, what's going on, Black Latin Seas? He says that Jacobs beat Triple G. Yeah, I agree. I thought Jacobs won that fight. Let me see. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Letterman's crazy, man. I respect Harold Letterman, but dude, I don't know what the fuck happened to his objectivity, man. I don't know what's going on with him, man. Seriously. This is one of the reasons why people felt that Triple G got the short end of the stick on the decision because of his influence as an unofficial scorer. You just can't do that. This is why I tell people, I beg people, please turn off the commentary. Do not listen to that commentary, particularly from HBO. Do not let them influence your decision. That's exactly what I did. I saw rounds that Canelo won, and then they were giving it to Triple G. That's crazy. Crazy from Harold Letterman. Crazy. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, Rashido says, fuck Abel Sanchez. Yeah, Abel Sanchez is probably looking stupid right now because he's the one who dared Canelo, do not run. You stand in front of Triple G. Pretty much, he was enticing Canelo to fight the fight that they wanted to fight, so that way they give Triple G any shot of winning because Triple G can only fight one way, and he can only fight one way as seek and destroy when you have an opponent right in front of him. And again, I was surprised to see him fight off the back with the way he did, and Canelo was pushing this guy back. And Canelo, to my surprise, I thought they employed that strategy. And I was like, okay. Canelo said, okay, if you want me to do it, I'm going to do it and see what happens. And this is Triple G, the one who was getting a little intimidated in there with the guy coming forward against him. A naturally small man. So that right there. And another thing too is that Golovkin walked out of the ring after the decision was announced because he was disgusted. He didn't want to give any of the interviews. Now, look, I understand he feels that way, but look, he knows he was in a very tough fight. He knew it, okay? And the fact is that they asked Canelo Alvarez, do you want a rematch? Do you want a trilogy? He said, hell yeah, I'll do it again. Obviously, Canelo knows how to beat the man. And Gennady Golovkin knows that he may not win that rematch. That's up to him if he wants it. But to me, I think he's at the end of his career. I think he's done. I just don't see how he could compete against those other middleweights like Charlo. I just don't see how he could compete against even like the likes of Andrade, Billy Joe Saunders. I just don't see it, man. Maybe Derevchenko he might have a chance against, but other than that, those other middleweights, even if Lar decided to come up to 160 or Jared Hurd, oh yeah, I just don't see him winning those fights. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, man. I think he's at the end of it. He's taking a lot of punishment in his career. And another thing I have to point out is that somebody on the other side of the world said that Triple G broke Bernard Hopkins' record for most title defenses at middleweight. That's not true. He tied the record, quote unquote, based off, even though that's a disputed situation with that regular middleweight title, WBA title. But the fact is, if he had beaten Canelo, then the record books would say that he had broken it, but he didn't break it. He lost.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and another thing I would say is that I don't want to hear that talk about people saying that Gennady Golovkin had a better middleweight run than Hopkins and Hagler. He don't have the fucking wins. He don't have the Hall of Fame wins. I'm sorry, bro.
Well, let me tell you something. Hagler wouldn't have lost to Canelo. Right? I can tell you that right now. Without
I don't think Hopkins prime would lose to fucking Canelo. I'm going to be real. I don't think Hopkins would lose.
Canelo wouldn't even have fought them. Okay, it wouldn't have happened. But yeah, I mean, this is all I know. Right?
Yeah.
All the people that say Gennady Golovkin by stoppage. That's what they said, right?
Yeah.
Well, they weren't wrong all the way. All right. He did stop traffic on the way to the hospital. Right. So
yeah, he went back to the hospital. Yeah. Yeah, the dude, like I say, he's a human punching bag. He just doesn't have the
what do you
reflexes.
think?
He's
What do you
slow.
think? Because we know like Gennady Golovkin is not that popular. It's not like they all know him. So when he showed up at the hospital, what do you think then the nurse said like when she saw him? Like
She'd be like, "What happened to you? Did you get into a street fight or something?"
Oh my God! Who beat you up?
Exactly. Who the hell did this to you? Yeah, man. Like I said, dude, Canelo, it was a rightful decision. But the fact is that I don't want to hear this shit again about this whole Hagler, Hopkins, and Triple G argument. That argument is dead. They can't bring that back down. It's done.
Yeah, they can't. Who's making that argument? What's?
You know who I'm talking about, dude. Dude running around talking about Triple G's
people.
You know who I'm talking about, these style running around talking about Triple G runs better than Hopkins and Hagler, or it's just as probably that's bullshit. It's
Gennady Golovkin did all this winning just to lose in the end. Is what you're telling me? Like Scott Norwood, like missing, like far, like
Yeah, some will argue, well, hey, didn't Hagler lose to Leonard at the end of his career? But are you seriously going to compare Leonard to fucking Canelo Alvarez? Are they kidding me? Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Seriously? I mean, here's a difference. Triple G didn't even have any Hall of Fame wins going into that fucking fight against Canelo Alvarez. How can you compare the two?
Come on.
He had Durant.
You didn't see that, man, like HBO deep throating fucking Lemieux in this pay-per-view. Right? Yeah. I mean, holy shit.
Yeah, David Lemieux.
I think who do you want to fight? What the winner of this fight? Like they're giving him options, like if he belongs in this conversation. All right.
Who, David Lemieux? I mean, yeah, he knocked out Spike Sullivan in the first round, which I didn't expect. But I mean, honestly, do we really believe that David Lemieux can actually beat Canelo Alvarez? Come on, man. Seriously,
it's a waste of time.
That's a waste of time. He's now the mandatory challenger. I mean, come on, man. That's just a warm-up, tune-up fight for Canelo Alvarez. I mean, that's a tune-up. Let's be real.
Man, Gennady Golovkin showed up at the hospital, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's at the hospital. We know he's at the hospital.
You know the nurses were whispering to themselves like, I'm tired of this city. People always getting assaulted. You know.
Yes, that's why they call Vegas the Sin City, bro. People always getting hurt over there. But the fact is that like I said, man, I just don't understand these people who are complaining about robbery only because Canelo in the first fight fought off the back foot, and then in the second fight tonight he fights on the front foot, and they still say Triple G got robbed. I'm like, what in the hell?
Well, first of all, I don't know if you noticed it. It probably means nothing, but you did see, like, I don't know what they call it, but that blue tape or whatever on Canelo's. It was on his back foot, his right foot.
Right.
Do you think that had anything to do with him changing his game plan?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with that. That was kind of weird.
That is kind of weird. I don't know. But like I said, though, after months, Canelo had a long layoff. Let's be real. After that drug testing controversy and all that stuff.
That's the other thing, yeah.
He had a very long layoff. And the fact is that they had more time to prepare after that situation to look at Gennady Golovkin, his weaknesses. They exploited even further. And the man, when he gets hit, he resets. He just backs off when he gets hit,
Right.
So, and the fact is that I always told these Golovkin fans, these fanatics, like, dude, your man's got a lot of deficiencies, especially from a defensive standpoint. He can't really move his head. He's freaking got slow reflexes. His hand speed is slow. It's just like the dude, this is why I said this is what happens when he steps up to competition.
Yep.
And he took advantage of a very, very inferior middleweight division at the time. Hey, it's not his fault. He did what he had to do, but now that he stepped up and now these other guys are coming in, it's like, dude, like I said, you lose to Canelo.
I mean, if we keep it real, I think Sergio Martinez should have fought him.
Yeah. Sergio Martinez, a healthy Sergio Martinez would have beaten him. Floyd Mayweather would beat Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah.
Let's be real. He would have beaten him. All right.
I didn't see, man. Let me tell you something. Serious question.
Yeah.
Who's going to have a harder time getting off the sofa tomorrow or the bed? Who's going to have a harder time?
Golovkin is going to be. I mean, they're both going to be sore, but obviously Golovkin is going to want to be the worst. He's in the worst end of that.
In my tell you something, man. After those body shots, this dude has an oxygen mask right now in the hospital. right?
You think so?
All right. One dude has an oxygen mask in his mouth. All right. Canelo's got, it's probably between a girl's, thighs or something. All right. It's a whole nother. But
Yeah.
anyway, one guy said he's still at the club. They're at the club, right? They're remixing mariachi music with techno or something like that.
Yeah.
And Gennady Golovkin, he's in a hospital, man. That's just the reality.
We all know he's in the hospital. We all know he's there right now. Let's be real. He is there. And I think, like I said, we're not going to see Triple G. He may come back for one more fight, but is it going to be Canelo in the third fight? I don't think so.
By the way, who's pissing blood tomorrow?
That's Gennady Golovkin to be pissing blood tomorrow. We all know this these times. But let's be real, dude. I just don't see him coming back, dude. He's taking too much fucking damage in his career, even against lower tier opposition that he shouldn't be getting hit against. Yep. Dude, I just don't see him coming back, dude. I just really don't see it. Again, I mean, this whole argument about Hagler versus Triple G, Hopkins versus Triple G.
Triple G's done.
That's dead. Don't bring that in my face again. Until he gets those Felix Trinidad's and those Oscar De La Hoyas and those Tommy Hearns and the Roberto Duran wins, then come back and talk to me. Talk to me. Yeah, he don't even have a Simon Brown level win. Just being real.
but he beat Cal Brook, bro.
Yeah, you can't tell me Cal Brook is better than fucking Simon Brown. Get out of here with that shit, man. Get out of here with that. All right. So, man, like I said, no disrespect to Triple G. He did what he had to do. Fine. But, I don't know, man. Like I said.
He took those body shots like a champ. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's a tough fighter. He definitely is a tough fighter. And I'm going to be fair to him. He did, in my opinion, a little bit much better. I'll say not much better, but he did better in this fight than he did in the second one.
I got to read this comment. Triple G is going to need a serious bowl of menudo. All right. Oh. That's, for those that don't know, that's what Mexicans eat after a long night. Okay.
Wow.
Getting fucking hung over and shit. Okay. That's crazy, man. That's nuts. Right. Canelo's going to wake up next to like two prostitutes and shit from Las Vegas. Right. I hope he doesn't get robbed like Chavez Jr. got robbed. That's another story. Right.
Yeah.
And the only women touching Gennady Golovkin tonight are the nurses, man. When they're like putting like IV on his ass, that's it.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, but let me ask you this: this is a serious question. Do you think Triple G is a Hall of Famer? Even though, let's say, if he calls it quits today, he retires today, you think he's a Hall of Famer?
I mean, borderline.
Yeah.
First ballot, probably not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's got, even though I don't agree that, I agree with you that we can't really compare, objectively, you cannot compare his run with B-Hops or anything like that. But on paper, it's there, you know what I mean?
So, yeah, he has the defenses, title defenses. Right. He did rack up these wins against top 10 middleweights. So
probably not a first ballot, you know what I mean? Yeah. But if this is the problem when you get a freaking Arturo Gatti,
yeah, if you get Arturo Gatti in, then Triple G's definitely getting in. But why isn't Diego Corrales in the Hall of Fame yet? That right there is disturbing. Why isn't Simon Brown in the Hall of Fame? Yeah. I mean, why isn't Carlos De Leon in the Hall of Fame? I mean, these guys are well deserving of getting in, but it is what it is, Michael Nunn, I know he's did some time he's doing prison time, but he should be is taken to get the Hall of Fame. He deserving to get in, despite what he did outside of the ring, but he deserves to get in. Michael Nunn. So,
Nunn should be in the Hall of Fame without question.
Yeah, he should be in there. In fact, Triple G don't even have a better middleweight run than fucking Michael Nunn. I'll go out and say that. He doesn't have that. He doesn't,
and he's not as good of a fighter.
Yeah, he's not as good as Michael Nunn. He's not.
But to answer your question, on paper, he's got the credentials to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
is he an all-time great? Nah. But is he a Hall of Famer? Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, he'll get in. But, maybe first ballot. I think he'll get in first ballot. But as far as all-time great, yeah, that's definitely going to be up for a big debate. I don't think anybody's going to rank him in the top 10 as an all-time great middleweight in top 10.
Right.
There's many others who come after come before him. You know, the Robinsons, Ezra Charles, even though he didn't win a title there, Charlie Burley. Then you have Jake LaMotta. Of course, you have Hopkins. You have Hagler. You have Ray Robinson, Harry Greb. You have Tiger Flowers. Those guys in there. Then you have what you call it? Who you have? Stanley Ketchel, and you have. I mean, I named nearly those top 10 guys right there.
You did say Monzon, right?
Yeah, Monzon. Yeah, Carlos Monzon. Emil Griffith had a pretty good great middleweight one. So Emil Griffith, even though he was a naturally small guy, but other than that, yeah, there you go. That's the top 10 right there.
I mean, look, and I don't want to take anything away from Triple G. It's just that we're comparing him with, all-time greats. You know what I mean? So, but I agree with you. A lot of people are just going to lead like, oh, you're being biased and like all this other crap. But at the end of the day, he didn't break the record. He still has a shot to break it. He just has to go 21 straight.
Yeah. He didn't break it. I'm sorry. And like I said, even if he did break the record, that's still a disputed way to look at it. It's like, dude, how you gonna give credit for a mandatory title defense, a mandatory belt title defense? I mean, a second tier belt. I don't get that. That's a belt you can't even unify with the other, sanctionist organizations.
That's questionable for sure. That's without a doubt.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, even then, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
I want to get back real quick before we end this. I do want to talk about Howard Letterman. I can't stand Letterman, man. I know you already touched on it. I touched on it, but the question is he bad for boxing? And he is.
Look,
just to finish my point.
I'm sorry.
They have to replace him, but I don't like one person putting the scorecard as if it's gospel in the damn screen. If they want to show people scorecards, that's fine. They need to have at least 3 different individuals and put the scorecards on the screen. But put it between rounds. I don't like it when they put it during the fight. Because it does mess with people's heads, man. I just don't like that.
Right.
And I have an issue with that. Also, they don't even challenge the guy. Like, Max Kellerman mentioned that it's surprising to him that how Letterman was scoring, but he didn't challenge him. Like Letterman, since you're on, what fight are you watching?
I know. I mean,
there's no challenging.
Yeah, there's no challenging in the scoring. Let me just say this. Larry Merchant, even though I didn't really, I really have problems with Larry Merchant, but at least he would challenge Harold Letterman. He would challenge him like, Harold, what fight are you watching? I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't get it. Here's the thing. Steve Farhood is probably the most objective guy that you can get as far as unofficial scoring. He works for Showtime. He'll score it the way he sees it from an objective point of view, even though he has his favorite fighters. But he says, look, if my favorite fighters lose the fight, in my eyes, I'm going to just score the way I see it. And He's always been objective. It seems like his scoring is always in line with everybody else's viewpoint. And he seems to always be on point with his scoring, Steve Farhood. Right. HBO need to get a Steve Farhood type of score, unofficial score for their broadcast. They need to get one. Because Harold Letterman, I think his time is done, man. Just like he just cannot be objective anymore.
Also, look, I mean, obviously, I was a huge Roy Jones fan growing up.
Yeah,
I can't stand him on the mic. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's indecisive about everything. Like it's come on.
But he's not quite as bad still. But like I said, Paulie Malignaggi's actually outshined Roy Jones as a fighter commentator. I mean, Roy Jones has always been a better fighter, obviously. But as far as a fighter transition into the commentating booth, Paulie is a better commentator. I have to admit that. He's a better commentator than Roy Jones. Way better commentator. So,
yeah.
But like I said, man, I just think that like I said, to me personally, I think Triple G doesn't have anything left. I think he's going to call it a day. He got 2 big paydays. He's got the pay-per-view back in on both fights. So it made an extra $2-3 million off of a
Yep.
off of a damn last minute tune-up fight against Vanes Monterosian. So yeah, he's he's okay. He's got a family now. His family he's financially set. He doesn't need to be taking any more hits to the head. So I mean, like I said, his health is in question now. It's like, to me, I think he's really damaged after the fight. Really damaged.
Yeah, not just physically, but I think him walking out of the ring, just emotionally.
Yeah.
And I think it has to be in his head. Like damn, that this guy was in front of me. He was coming forward, and
I couldn't do anything. He couldn't get his respect as he really wanted to. Yeah,
After a whole year saying you were running and trying to make him stand in front of you, and this time he did, and look at what happened.
Exactly. I mean, that would tear you down. That would tear you up psychologically. It's like, fuck, this guy's right in front of me. I can't even get his respect. He's still coming after me. It's like, I can't get his respect. And that's probably what got to him. And he's like, oh, fuck, dude. I don't know how I'm going to fight these other middleweights like this. If they're going to stand in front of me like this, like Charlo's much faster than Canelo. In my opinion, much more powerful than Canelo. So imagine if that was Charlo in here. You know? To be honest, imagine that was Charlo in here tonight. But like I said, I just think he doesn't have anything left, man. I mean, like I said, I think overall he had a very good career. He has his family now. They're financially set. Just retire and start something else, man. Start your own promotional company. Sign some fighters, manage some fighters. Go back to Kazakhstan, open up a boxing gym there, and you'll be good.
I agree.
I think that's what he should do.
He could start a boxing gym there. How he could start one in LA if he wants, but
yeah, exactly. He can start training fighters himself. Well,
I don't know. He can't really give them instructions.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I want you to go do big drama show. Like, what the fuck?
Unless you're Kazakh or you're Russian or you're Eastern European, he can do that. But still. He could probably start training Gassiev a bit, start co-training him with Abel Sanchez. So he could probably get into doing that. But other than that, I just think, to me, he's at the end of the line. That's just my opinion.
So, another question for you: Kill Shot or Rap Devil? Wait, which one?
Which one? Would you say that again?
Rap Devil or Kill Shot?
Kill Shot.
I agree. but I expected more. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. But hey, listen, I'm gonna get off here, man. Thanks for inviting me on, man.
Definitely. This. I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay, Big Drama Show production. Somebody says he should call it. And I'm out, guys. So shout out to Dan the Man. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, Dan the Man. Okay, Dan the Man Boxing, right? Oh, I think he's gone. All right. He got out of here quick. All right. So Dan the Man Boxing, make sure you guys subscribe to that. It's getting late, guys. I got to go to bed. Okay. I have a long day tomorrow. I got my fantasy football. I'm just doing nothing but winning this weekend. If you want to check out my post fight, I swear to God, it was uploaded before the fight, but it's still there. And I think it's pretty appropriate, to be honest with you. So you guys can go check that out. Shout out to everybody holding it down and everybody in the chat, everybody that tuned in, new subscribers, whatever. Okay, hit that notification button. And I'm out of here. Peace.